Rivalries in the NFL, and especially the NFC North, bring a level of excitement like no other. And when the Green Bay Packers face off against the Minnesota Vikings, history and stakes will collide. Today, we'll look back at some pivotal matchups and what makes this rivalry so electric. Let's take a trip back to the thrilling 2012 regular season finale. The Vikings, standing at 9-6, needed a win to clinch a playoff spot and delivered in spectacular fashion, edging out the Packers in a nail-biting 37-34 victory. The air was thick with tension as both teams battled for their season's destiny. And this year, the stakes are just as high. If the Packers can finish one-on-one with the Vikings, we might witness something unprecedented. The NFC North having a third-place team with a .700 winning percentage or better, in a league that's seen at least 16 regular season games since 1978. Only once did these teams combine for more than 24 wins, back in 1998 when the Vikings dominated with a 15-1 record. And who could possibly forget the 2009 season, the year Brett Favre donned the Vikings uniform for the first time and reignited that rivalry. Those matchups were loaded with drama as the Packers aimed to prove their worth without their legendary quarterback. Now, enough with the nostalgia. Let's go ahead and fast forward to the present. This upcoming game is arguably the most anticipated Packers-Vikings matchup since Matt LaFleur took over in Green Bay in 2019. Despite winning his first 3 meetings against the Vikings, LaFleur's team faces immense pressure this time around. With an 0-5 record against the NFC's elite this season, the Packers have yet to prove they can compete at the highest level and beat those really good elite teams they will see in the playoffs. Their most notable victory, a win against a struggling Rams team early in the seasons that was depleted with injuries. On the other side, the Vikings appear to be in formidable form. With a point differential of +120, they've only trailed on 22% of their offensive snaps. Unlike last year's squad that won 11 one-score games, this Vikings team seems to have a stronger foundation as they look to capitalize on their current success. Jordan Love's journey has been notable as well. After recovering from an early season injury, he's shown marked improvement every single game, completing 5 straight games without an interception. However, the Vikings defense tested him harshly in their previous encounter, sacking him 3 times and getting 3. Yes, I said 3 interceptions. With a new veteran kicker in Brandon McManus and a commitment to the run game led by Josh Jacobs, the Packers are adapting to a new strategy. Yet the question remains, can they find success against this stingy run defense for the Vikings? Speaking of defense, the Vikings led the league in blitz rate. Defensive coordinator Brian Flores has kept offenses guessing. Will he dial back the blitz against the Packers or unleash it again in full force? As we gear up for this clash at 4:25 Eastern Time, 3:25 Central on Sunday, December 29th, one thing is for certain: the history, rivalry, and implication of this game could set the tone for the remainder of the season. With both teams battling not just for bragging rights, but for playoff positioning, the stakes couldn't be higher. I am going to go with the Packers doing the opposite this time, winning 31-29. What do you guys think? Leave your predictions in the comments below.